Welcome to your chordal guitar lesson of the week. Today we change register completely from ambient to rock because I want to show you how Van Halen uses SUS4 chords in an unusual way in his song Unchained, which is one of my favorites from the band. So just before starting, we are going to tune our guitars in drop D tuning. So lower that 6th string. And now we are ready to go. The song is originally even lower. It's in drop C sharp, so we would have to tune each individual string even one half step below. But just for this lesson, it's going to be easier in drop D only. So what do I mean when I say that Van Halen breaks the rule of SUS4 chords? It's because the main purpose of SUS4 chords, what we see the most in songs, is to give a little more tension on the 5th chord of a scale harmonization so we can come back on the root chord after. So let's demonstrate what I'm saying. Let's say that we are in a C major key, to make it simple, and we put a chord on each of the notes of the scale. So our C major scale is like this. So we would build chords on each of those notes. So the first chord would be C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major. So the G major is the 5th chord of our C major key, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the purpose of using a SUS4 chord is most of the times on this 5th chord here. We are just going to add our pinky here, and it's going to create more tension. I cannot just play this chord and leave here, right? You expect a resolution out of this chord. You want to hear this. Now it is satisfying. If I leave it here, this is not satisfying. I cannot end it on here, right? So this is the main purpose of SUS4 chords. But Van Halen doesn't care about music theory. He does his own way, and that's why we love him, okay? So first of all, the shape that he's using is not exactly like this. This is a G major chord from the 5th string in a bar position, but he removes the root note, which is my index, and he plays just a bar, simple bar like this on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, like this. So when I want to add the SUS4 on this chord, I just have to put my middle finger 1 fret higher on the 2nd string, and I've got my SUS4 chord. So this is the shape that he uses. Now let's come back to this song Unchained. If you noticed, he is using the SUS4 chord everywhere, even if it doesn't belong to the key. He uses it here, and then 4 frets down, and then 2 frets up, and he even uses it here on the 10th fret. So what it does in this case is that it creates a chromatic approach to this chord progression. If we take only the notes on the 2nd string, we almost have a chromatic scale. We could go on. We could go on like this. So by hearing this chromatic approach to the SUS4 chords, our brains recontextualize that SUS4 chord as just a motif or part of a riff. It wouldn't make sense to expect a resolution on each of those SUS4 chords, right? we don't want to change key on each of the chords, right? So it's just a motif that is part of the riff. And this is really that chromatic approach that gives the energy and the drive to that riff too. But it's also because the key is in D minor, but we start on a D major chord, which doesn't make sense, isn't it? Let me explain what happens here. So if we simplify all the chords that are being used here, we have a D major chord, we have a B flat major, we have a C major, and later on we have a F major chord. So these are basically the 4 chords that we are using in this riff. So since we start on a D major chord, it would be easy to assume that the key of this song is D major, right? But when we analyze all the other chords, B flat major is not in D major key, it's in D minor key. A C major chord is in the D minor key, and an F major chord is in a D minor key too. So all the other chords are from a D minor harmonization. So it wouldn't make sense to say that this song is in a D major key. It's in a D minor key, but the root chord is being replaced by a major chord, which we call a Picardy third. I have a complete lesson on the Picardy third if you want to learn more about it. But basically we have a major chord that is substituted for the root chord, which gives more energy to that song, and the rest of the chords are from a regular D minor harmonization. So when you combine that borrowed major chord here, which makes it a little bit more uplifting, and the chromatic approach with SUS4 chords, this is what makes this riff so cool. So let's play just for fun, let's play this riff in D minor without substituting a major chord here. So let's keep it in D minor entirely. And let's remove all the chromatic movements of the SUS4. So we are only going to pick notes that are part of the D minor scale. It would sound like this. Let's put some distortion back. It sounds a bit more somber. It doesn't have the energy, and it's not uplifting enough compared to the original version. This is what makes this song great, because I'm sure that Van Halen didn't think about, oh, I'm gonna use a SUS4 chord in an unusual way. No, he just thought, I'm gonna use the same shape wherever on the fretboard, and I don't care if the notes don't fit. And this is what is cool about rock. It's that attitude of I don't care, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. And now people like me are going to analyze and find why this works, even if it's not standard, even if it doesn't follow the rules of SUS4 chords. But at the end of the day, it's just experimenting with shapes, and it's just really cool to do that. Thanks for watching my guitar lesson. Tell me in the comment section if you would like more of those kinds of lessons, because I focus so much on analyzing my own ambient songs and ambient chords, but from time to time it's cool to just analyze cool songs and cool progressions and find out what are great about them, even if it's not in the ambient guitar genre. Because if you want to take those SUS4 motifs and do something for ambient guitar with lots of reverb and swells, you can totally do it and reinvest what you learned here in your own music, even if it's a different genre. So tell me in the comment section if you'd like more of those kinds of lessons. Subscribe if you are new here and turn on the little notifications. And until next time, au revoir.